here in New York. The temperature was 13 degrees and a wind gust of 34 to 45 miles an hour, which made it feel like single-digit cold. And remember what you said? Oh, how I wish it was summer. Well, Mother Nature heard you. Payback time. Oh, we got another scorcher today. 99 was the high until it wasn't. Some places got a 103 reading, Newark. Meantime, it was 101 in some other spots. We're all over the place. But anyway you slice it, it's hot. AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson. How much more and how long, Brian?
Yeah, Larry, the 13 sounds pretty good, at least to me, right about now. But it has certainly been a one for the record books around the area. Pretty much all of the daily record highs for today have fallen, and several of them by at least a few degrees. Newark, the high so far, 103. The daily record is 97, so we beat that by 6 degrees, and we actually tied the monthly record for the entire month of June. New record high of 99 in Central Park, 99 at LaGuardia, 102 at JFK, 100 in Islip, which broke the monthly record by 4 degrees. Even deep on the Long Island, we've been seeing some extreme heat today. Temperatures in the upper 90s to near 100. So very few places to escape the heat today, and we won't get any relief tonight. Temperatures only dropping to near 80 degrees. Still hot tomorrow with highs in the 90s, but we will get some relief. Highs near 80 Thursday and in the 70s, believe it or not, by Friday. Larry?
Brian, and we've been keeping tabs, on the heat-related power outages here in town. The good news, the numbers are dropping, everybody, although one outage in this relentless heat is still bad news. At this hour, Con Ed has about 3,500 people in the dark and in the heat. JCP&L with 2,100, PSE&G, my folks, have 3,300 affected customers, and PSEG Long Island trying to get about 900 people back on track. Con Ed asking its entire New York City customer base now, more than 3 million people, to back off the electric and gas grid. This as the utility braces for a heavily taxed grid on what they're calling arguably the hottest day in a decade. Also tonight, the State Department of Environmental Conservation has issued an air quality health advisory for tomorrow for Long Island and the metro New York region. So, meantime, leave it to some folks to put a silver lining on anything, even the heat. Some brothers were actually out there golfing in this heat today.
Golfer Michael likes to play every Tuesday in the summer months. He's here on the town of Oyster Bay course, but his friends, they were a no-show.
I had another three people playing with me today, but they all canceled because of the heat.
Well, how are you going to stay cool today?
I'm going to drink a lot of water, and I'm going to try to hit as few shots as possible.
And this golfer says his 6 waters and bucket hat should keep him cool. Did you put a lot of sunscreen on today?
Not really, but I probably should put some on right now.
Another golfer decided to wear long sleeves to protect him from the sun. Sophia Hall, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM in Woodbury, Long Island.
Meantime, their smart friends were back up at the clubhouse, tossing back a couple of cold ones. Be careful, everybody. We got at least another full day of this tomorrow. We invite you to stay with 1010 Wins for your updates. Primary day in New York now. Let's talk about that. Former Governor Cuomo, State Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani, hoping their names will eventually emerge as the Democratic choice to go up against incumbent Mayor Adams. Adams an independent now, of course. Cuomo speaking to reporters today and downplayed the gains we've seen lately from Mamdani, even though making a low-key diss at him.
I trust his experience level. He's never had a real job. He's been a 2-term assemblyman who only passed 3 bills.
But what do you really think about him, Gov? Mamdani, meantime, how about this as a counter diss and didn't even know he was doing it? Already looking past Cuomo and going after the guy who's currently staying at Gracie.
I've been running to defeat Eric Adams' 2nd term. And it's been a vision that for much of this primary has been carried by Andrew Cuomo. But in defeating Andrew Cuomo, I know that I will then have another chance to defeat that 2nd term held by Eric Adams himself.
Low-key dissing here. Again, with this ranked choice voting, we're not going to find out who won tonight. It's going to take a little time, but we'll monitor and we will let you know if any new developments shake out in this thing. They had that violent night in Newark, by the way. 5 people shot. One of them died after an incident just before midnight on 6th Avenue there. Is 18-year-old Brandon Waters of Patterson is the victim. Shot in the chest. He died at a hospital. The other 4 ranged in age from 19 to 26. Police say details on this shooting are few. They are still investigating that thing tonight. So we've heard the complaints about ICE agents showing up wearing masks and allegedly snatching folks off the streets. Critics and even lawmakers now are asking, how's it that ICE is able to get away with things that the public can't get away with, and specifically when it comes to wearing these masks? New York Assemblyman Tony Simone is author of the so-called MELT Act, saying no one is above the law. not even ICE. He authored the MELT Act.
If any other nation in the world did this, we would be condemning them. We should not have masked agents intimidating our immigrant communities and our overall communities in general. I've heard the president say he wants to ban masks at protests. So why should law enforcement have the right to hide their identity? How can we hold them accountable if an individual breaks the law, oversteps their authority?
Simone says the same standards applied to protesters about unmasking and other crimes should apply to law enforcement as well. Meantime, ICE arrested almost a dozen Iranian nationals within the last 48 hours on the heels of that U.S. airstrike on Iran.
The crackdown spanned 8 states. One of those arrested had been on a terror watch list since February. He was picked up outside of Jackson, Mississippi, Sunday. Agents also arrested a former member of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps in St. Paul, Minnesota, and a former Iranian army sniper in Alabama. All 11 who were arrested were facing criminal charges, not just immigration violations.
Michael Wallace reported. And our news will continue in just a moment.
Eric Comfort Shoes, Long Island, is having their traditional 4th of July sale starting early. Save up to 60%. Fabulous summer shoes just arrived. All sizes and widths. Narrow through extra wide sizes 4 through 16. New styles of New Balance, Hoka One, Brooks, and Skechers slip-in sneakers have just arrived. Choose from over 70 brands, all SAS, Era, Mephisto, Clarks, and sandals, $20 to $60 off each pair. Go to ericcomfortshoes.com. That's ericcomfortshoes.com, or visit their flagship store at 426 Hillside Avenue in Williston Park, Long Island. Call Eric Comfort Shoes at 1-800-681-SHOE. That's 1-800-681-7463. Same day free shipping is available. Call 1-800-681-SHOE. That's 1-800-681-7463. Or visit their clearance rack at ericcomfortshoes.com. Life's a journey. We're comfortable shoes. Eric Comfort Shoes.
Now this message, Riverside Memorial Chapel, for generations, a symbol of Jewish tradition and uncompromising quality.
Lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Second shift, this one's for you. Wednesday news time 4:11, and from your Mercedes-Benz of Edison.com traffic center is Greg Rice.
We don't get to do it often, so how about we give you some good news for a change? Eastbound belt getting you out to Knapp Street, the broken down sports car, the tree that fell down, all of that's been cleared away, and it looks like everything's moving again on the eastbound belt into Knapp, but you've got to get that far first. And fresh off the Verrazano, the eastbound belt is still crawling, at least until you get past the rail yards near Shell Road. After that, traffic is starting to pick up a bit. Westbound side of the belt, also a bit slow right now, getting you out towards Flatbush Avenue. The eastbound belt near Erskine Street, they're getting rid of a breakdown from the left lane. Jersey Garden State Parkway packed northbound from right around Island all the way on up towards exit 140. 287, you got a southbound closure in Montville coming down to Route 202 with a bad crash. You're slow from Oakland and all the way down on 287 in Edison. Southbound, you got a couple of right lanes out at exit 1. That's because of an ongoing investigation. 78 westbound, bumper to bumper, getting you over to 202 as you get through Warren, all because of what looks to be a crash through the area. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound George, 30 up, 20 down. Southbound Deeg and northbound West Side, best of what you've got getting out. Lincoln into the city right now, about an extra 15 to 20. Outbound Lincoln, and we're looking at about 15 to 20, 20 to 30 home at the Holland. Outbound covered roadway, inbound Skyway or Messy, you want the Newark Bay. And traffic is sponsored by Made in Cookware. Some of the finest dishes in restaurants around the world are made in Cookware. Not surprising, since Made In is crafted by chefs for chefs and designed for restaurants and home kitchen alike. Discover all their cookware at madeincookware.com. I'm Greg Rice, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Gregory, and now your AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist Brian Thompson is here now with this live report.
And Larry, still a dangerously hot afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees in many spots right now. The one thing we have seen improve from yesterday is the humidity. The humidity has come down a fair amount compared to this time yesterday, but some areas, especially near the coast, especially the south shore of Long Island, it is still quite humid. And even with a drop in humidity, I don't think it feels all that different. AccuWeather real field temperature in the city right now is 102, which is pretty comparable to what we had this time yesterday. So as we head through tonight, it'll be mainly clear, very warm and steamy, a low of 81. Sunshine will mix with clouds tomorrow, another very hot and humid day. Maybe not as many triple-digit temperatures as we've seen today, but we'll still get up to about 96. Now, there could be a thunderstorm late in the day tomorrow and tomorrow night as a cold front starts to approach from the north and northeast. Any of those storms could be heavy and gusty, then warm and sticky tomorrow night with a low of 76. But big changes into Thursday and Friday. Some relief coming. High near 80 Thursday. It will not be as humid with more clouds and sun, and the chance for another thunderstorm or two, maybe a spotty shower into Friday with quite a few clouds, high 74. 98 degrees right now. It's mostly sunny in Central Park. Humidity 29%. We have a northwest wind at 7. Again, the real feels 102. Again, we're at 98 and going down to 81 tonight in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson on New York's weather station. 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
Thinking about going solar? Don't wait. Get started now with Brooklyn Solar Works to lock in your full tax credit savings. The 30% federal solar tax credit could disappear after 2025, and you could lose out on $15,000 or more in savings. The Brooklyn Solar Works 2025 installation guarantee ensures qualified projects are completed on time, but their calendar is filling up fast. Get a free quote today at brooklynsolarworks.com. That's brooklynsolarworks.com.
I've been hearing about the HPV vaccine. Did you get it for Ellie?
Yep. Got to keep her protected.
Against cervical cancer, right?
It protects boys, too, from throat and penile cancer.
Good to know.
For nearly 20 years, the HPV vaccine has been proven safe and effective at reducing HPV infections that can lead to cancer. Vaccination is recommended starting at age 9. Protect their future with the HPV vaccine. Talk to your child's doctor today.
Well, the ooey gooey marriage is all over. McDonald's and Krispy Kreme just announced they're ending their expanded relationship after just a few months.
A match made in fast food heaven?
We're talking about that shiny, sugary glaze.
Not for McDonald's and Krispy Kreme. The donut maker says it's pulling out of their partnership because the costs weren't sustainable. The two teamed up last year with Krispy Kreme hoping to make its donuts available in more places and become a national brand. But after withdrawing its outlook for the year and announcing it would stop paying a quarterly dividend, the North Carolina-based chain says it decided on a more cautious approach. Mickey D says it'll continue to focus on providing affordable and convenient breakfast options. Deborah Rodriguez for 1010 Wins.
Amazon stepping up its game in small towns and cities. The company expanding its rapid delivery machine to more rural customers. Talking same or next day delivery service to more than 4,000 smaller cities, towns, and other communities across the country. I figure they were already doing that, right? But they're hoping to have it all in place by the end of this year, maybe in time for Christmas. They're planning to spend about $4 billion by the end of next year to triple the size of its rural delivery network. Amazon has made speedy deliveries a cornerstone, of its juggernaut e-commerce business. It's facing stiffer competition now, though, from brick-and-mortar stalwarts like Walmart. Sir Elton John rising to the cause of preserving federal dollars in the continuing battle against AIDS as budget cuts threaten to set us back. And so he's lending his voice to erase the threat.
Elton John takes on President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill in a USA Today op-ed, urging that programs that provide treatment for AIDS, fuel prevention, and fight stigma should be expanded. John writes with the mother of Ryan White, who became a symbol for AIDS in the 1980s, urging no cuts to Medicaid and warning of cuts to HIV state surveillance programs.
The singer, founded the Elton John AIDS Foundation in 1992, inspired again by White, who got AIDS from a blood transfusion when he was only 13 years old. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Have you ever wondered why there is so much cancer on Long Island? Did you know that the DuPont Chemical Corporation and 3M recently agreed to a $13.5 billion settlement for contaminating public drinking water with cancer-causing forever chemicals? Long Island's drinking water has some of the highest concentrations of these cancer-causing forever chemicals. If you live on Long Island and have been diagnosed with kidney cancer, testicular cancer, liver cancer, or ulcerative colitis, you may have a claim. Call the lawyers at Krensel Guzman Herbert. The KG Law Team is on your side. You can trust KG Law Team to diligently work toward restoring you and your family's well-being. There are serious time constraints, so call the KG Law Team for a free consultation at 212-227-2900. That's 212-227-2900, or visit their website at kglawteam.com. That's kglawteam.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Summer's coolest mattress deals are going on now at Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale. This summer, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. And say goodbye to hot sleep and save up to $500 on the best-selling Tempur-Breeze collection. Plus, feel the freedom to snooze now and pay later with 0% interest until 2030 on in-store purchases made with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card. Better sleep starts at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
1010 Wins is a proud supporter of the New York Metro Ronald McDonald House Charities.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Still at 97 degrees right now at 420. I'm Larry Mullins, and here's what's happening tonight. We'll check back with the Weather Center to see where and how long this heat wave is going to last. We're still hearing that we can probably chill on Thursday, but until then, stay in the AC, everybody, or wherever you can get it. People voted in.